Okay.
Here we are.
I don't think you're loud enough, but that's okay. This is what.
Oh, no, yeah.
Ch-
I
ch-
need way more snare in my headphones.
okay, but buddy, sometimes you get a little aggressive.
Test. Am I top or bottom?
You're on top this time.
I like being the bottom.
Oh, well,
How we living?
it's been a hard one, Harry.
Yeah, you said that last time. Get a new line here. You said a heavy one, Harry.
I don't know. Harry's just seems they're both alliteration.
Yeah,
It just sounds good.
I like a little alliteration. How's my audio on that one?
You're very low.
That's
you can
what I'm
see
saying.
It. Look
I
at the
can
top.
feel it.
It's okay though. We'll figure it out as we go, and then we'll get yelled at because we're too loud. But what was I going to say?
You love that when you get yelled at for being too loud.
It's like my activating word, which, by the way, we've learned something very, very useful in therapy this week. Or was it last week?
Last week.
Whatever.
We've had to go a lot lately.
We've gone a lot lately. But using the word trigger is not widely used anymore because you're trying to be
conscious of the actual, like, trigger is a term used for a physical act. Being activated is what you're actually being.
So
is what is being done. You're not actually being triggered.
Yes, activated word is
fun fact.
Crazy. Crazy.
I don't say the C word anymore.
I know. Sometimes.
Yeah, no. I don't think I've said it anymore.
Well, we went to the movies today. We decided.
That was crazy.
We decided to, we've been telling Dom we're going to take him to the movies. And as you all know, Mackin's favorite thing in the world to do is go to the movies.
Not go to the movies. We were even talking about the last movies I went to. Like
together.
Yeah, together.
The two of us.
Which we had a small regression. Was it last year? We saw Top Gun. But before that, the last movie I went to was like 7-8 years ago.
Yeah. Because I love the movies, but you don't.
They're overrated.
But we took the kids, and
it was the worst movie I've ever seen.
And
in my life.
not to mention, it was like 2 hours long.
Do like, are movies getting worse?
Okay, so here's the thing. Dom thought it was the greatest movie ever made.
Come on, it was Spider-Man across the universe.
Yeah, something
across
like
the
that.
Metaverse?
Aside the universe,
Something
inside
like
the universe. But it's like The Matrix.
It was so bad.
I mean, the storyline was really cute, but it was very hard managing all of Dean and Leo's.
It was very emo. It was very like. I mean, not to talk shit about like anime and stuff, but that stuff's not for me. So that whole vibe. Plus, it was like 2.5 hours long.
Uh-huh.
And what did it end with? To be continued. It was so bad. I tried because we were up late last night, or I was up late last night. And I was like, okay, Kate, you know what? Don't come with us. You were telling me don't come, stay home, work, rest, do whatever. I'm like, no, I'll go. Because going anywhere with the boys.
I'll take them. You just stay home.
Yeah, going anywhere with the boys is a task. I'm like, no, I should chip in with this one. Especially with what happened at the movies last time we went. Everyone pissed themselves, and it was a shit show.
Chaos.
So I'm like, all right, so
I'll
go, and once we get in, I'll take a nap.
Yeah.
It was so bad, I couldn't even sleep through it.
I know.
Like, it kept waking me up at the wrong points, and then Leo
But it was a good movie. Dominic liked it. The storyline's adorable. It is just kind of like a little... Leo was not having the 2.5 hour movie.
No.
I don't know what we were thinking. I think I remembered halfway through that it was that long, and I was like, how long is this movie?
Yeah. And then plus it was supposed to be like one of those $2 summer movies. Wasn't a $2 summer movie.
And I was talking to I've been going to therapy a lot this morning. I was like, so Mackin, the movies is my favorite thing, and Mackin didn't want to go because it was going to be like, $75 for us to go take the kids to the movies. And I was like, which is understandable now that I'm saying it out loud. Because the twins aren't even going to watch it.
But it's the context of we thought it would be $2 Tuesdays and it'd be $10 total for tickets. Throw in some fees and popcorn, and you're out of there for under $30.
Mm-hmm.
But when the tickets came to 65 or 70 plus all the shit on top of it, I'm like, this is not what I want to be doing right now.
Yeah. Yeah,
it's way worse knowing it could have been cheaper.
But the boys had a good time. They loved the candy and popcorn. But anyways, that was a really...
Dean started watching kids' YouTube halfway through the movie.
He did. And Leo kept rolling around. He spilled his popcorn twice everywhere. I mean, I just appreciate the effort, but I still love the movies. I do. I love the movies. It's my favorite thing in the whole world. I am going to check because I want to make sure that we are...
The list is right there.
I know, but your handwriting is like
Yeah,
a
sorry.
chicken put a marker in between its knuckles.
You
and
can
just
read number 2. Come on, it's 3 letters.
VGK.
Let's go. Go Knights, go, baby.
Yeah, he enjoyed all the festivities.
You enjoyed us winning too.
I did. Of course I did.
Yeah.
But it was it was more so like juggling the kids and and entertaining them and making sure we're like watching the game. And then I always think I'm bad luck, so I don't watch the game. I'm like, I can't look because when I don't look, they score.
I don't understand people who think that. Like,
I mean, I don't.
I need to sit in this chair, or I got to wear this blue shirt, and
it's because
whether or not Mark Stone has a good game has nothing to do with what you say or do.
I mean, yeah. Yes, but are you going to talk about going to the game? Like you're sitting there staring at me.
I'm getting at it. So
okay, I'm being mean. Sorry.
Yep.
Simmer down now.
Simmer down. We're still early on.
Not activated.
So going back to when they, game clinching, game winning, game 5. I went to see my favorite podcast aside from ours, I head for with my boy Tommy. Saw the Chicklets guys.
Spitting Chicklets.
Yeah. That made it a whole day. I don't want to get into the whole fight. We're not doing that, are we?
You have something? No, not the fight. Just like you have something stuck in your liver. It's a visas.
You ask me to speak, and then you start.
It's just something. It's just like a little thing hanging there. Let me see. Just go like
I'm not doing that.
Like I'm putting lipstick on. Like
I'm not doing
like
that.
a gentle lip. Okay, so you went. You had a great
time.
time. You
They
sweat
won.
your balls off.
Yeah, it was a great experience. And
you sound so thrilled, and I ruined it with my
just
issues.
like you ruined me talking about it. Talk about it. Here, how do you like it?
If I had something dangling from my lip, I would hope that you would fix it. It takes you 20 minutes to tell me that I have like mascara. Not even 20 minutes. What am I saying? It takes you like an entire day to tell me I have mascara under my eyes.
Buddy, do you know there are days that I go by most of the day without looking in a mirror?
But you should look at me.
Sometimes the first time I see myself is on a Zoom call at like 3 o'clock. Like, oh, that's what I look like all day today? Ugh.
I had something in my tooth.
Yeah.
No, but you went to the actual game. You went to Toshiba Plaza.
Yep.
You did the whole standing it with everybody, and they won the cup, and it was a moment in time for Vegas.
It was a moment. Then ran it back a few days later for the parade with our boy Aaron.
Yeah, he went with Aaron, and Aaron filmed
the most amazing video. If you haven't seen it, he just posted it today. So this will get posted in a couple days. Go back and look at it.
Not even just the footage. It's like his footage is beautiful, but like the music he chooses and the timing and just the brilliance. Like me and Makin listened to just the track, and I was like, I felt like I was listening to like something. I mean, Justin Timberlake is I love Justin Timberlake. I know people have their opinions about him, but like you can't watch him without smiling for me. Mm-hmm. And listening to that track, I was like, fuck, this is so good. Like I couldn't wait to see what he was going to piece together. And then he pieced it together. And I was like, it was amazing. And it's so cool. And he's so talented.
It's also my favorite song of all time.
I know. All of the lights. Right?
So I cried even before the video was even attached. He just sent he mixed the song and sent his version of it. And I was crying just listening to it.
It was good. And then you had a good time there at the parade.
Yeah, great time. No problems there.
Yeah.
At least that I was aware of.
And then,
there were problems, but you were processing them.
Yeah, I was baking them out of my body.
I happened to text someone else who was kind of meeting with or talking to who was at the parade, and you happened to see that I responded to his text before yours because you just happened to be on my computer, which has my iMessages on it.
Buddy.
And you didn't say anything that night, but then you told me the day later, no, everything was fine, but you did respond to Carlos the day before me or whatever it was.
So first of all, I was printing photos for our children because that's their new things they like to print is coloring pages.
Father's Day cards.
It was Father's Day cards, and it was pictures too. We print out coloring pages, which is a complete and utter waste of your motherfucking time because you want to know why? Well, I'm sorry. It's not if you're Dean. Dean picks the same picture every single time. We have 90 Mandalorian photos. Leo, he looks at every single Google image they have. I think I want dump trucks.
Yeah.
Then looks through nope, none of these dump trucks are.
I wanted real dump trucks.
Yeah, real.
No, real toy dump trucks.
And then you print it out for Leo, and then he wants a reference page. So he wants the picture that he's going to color, but like one in color. So you have the
black and white printout, and then he also wants something that's fully colored in.
Yeah, so he knows the colors. which
Not
whatever.
which he doesn't actually abide by anyways.
No, he just does what he wants anyways. But it's an ordeal. And so it took some time. And yes, I was sitting on his computer printing, and I was
Happened to
texting.
read through all his messages.
I was reading through every single one. I went back to like April. I was like, where are we? What are we doing? Who are we talking to?
No,
but I don't
I'm here.
read through. I just look for girls, and I look for
There's no girls.
some. But it's okay. They're like approved girls. They're like homies. They're like real ones. Chamel's a real one.
Montana,
Katie. Yeah. Like my sister. I don't trust her with you alone, though.
Excuse me for texting your sister our Hulu login.
Maria has violated you many ways, so I can understand. I don't trust her alone with you.
Yeah, you want to be worried about a girl. It's probably Maria. Not in that way, but.
But then I'm texting and I'm like, so, did it start yet? Question mark, right? I'm waiting. I see that he read it, right? It says read, because we turn those on.
Do we even have those on?
No.
Okay. See what I'm working with over here.
I'm not crazy. I'm not. I don't have it. I have things that I am working on. I'm telling you. Even my therapist said you are blossoming, and I was like, can you please tell my husband that? She goes, honestly, I am proud of you. It doesn't matter right now. Like, you need to be proud because you're blossoming. I'm like, okay, thank you. So he didn't respond. I was giving Dean a shower at that point, and I was like, okay, this is taking more than 3 minutes. So, and he read it.
8.
And so he read it, and I go over to the computer. I'm checking. I'm like, okay. Then I hear like a ding. I'm like, oh, good. Right?
He's alive. He's answering me. He's telling me everything I want to know.
Not even alive. Just like.
Nope, it's a text back from one of the boys.
Who's more important than I am. So I look, and he texts somebody else, Carlos. And I was like, oh, no, it wasn't Carlos. It was Tommy. Mm-hmm. And I was like, okay, so he still is not responding. And then another 4 minutes go by. And I'm like, then he finally responded. He goes, oh, did you get the videos and the pictures? I'm like, oh, there's a delay. He wasn't ignoring me.
I just use that line when I need to.
No, you don't.
Did you get everything? A lot of people down here. Service is shitty.
Don't do that.
I don't know why I looked at my watch.
Are you serious?
No.
Buddy,
service
nice,
was shitty.
But it's not nice to joke about those things.
No, I know, but it's funny to joke sometimes.
It's a wound.
A deep one.
A wound that is
Cuts
just
deep.
It just has gauze on it.
I know, I'm sorry.
It's okay. Well, I'm sorry too, but you chose me.
I choose you every day, dear.
Every day. But so they win the Stanley Cup. It's this Mackins like crying a little. Mackins like, this is amazing for our city. Like William Karlsson stole my heart all over again.
Come on.
Who knew somebody used the F word more than I do in public?
No, it wasn't. It was his specific use of it, like perfect use of it.
Oh, he was amazing.
So good. One of the
I
best
fell in love with
all-time,
him all over again.
like championship speeches I've ever heard.
Oh.
And harmless, like
totally harmless.
Come on.
He wasn't disrespecting anybody. He was just dropping a lot of F-bombs, which I get. Like on live TV, you probably shouldn't, but that's why there's a delay.
Yeah.
But so they win. Ruby's here. We're watching Ruby. If you hear her choking over there.
Shout out to Ruby choking on water. Ruby stinks. We gotta give her a bath.
She does stink. I'm sorry. It's my fault. I've been just bathing everybody else in this home.
Today was a day where we just woke up and went and didn't sit down till just now.
Yeah. So, which is alluding to this story that I'm going to tell you, or I'm going to share. So Vivian had a play date this morning before she went to the movies, and with Nana.
Yeah.
Shout out to Nana.
Shout out to Nana and
I was
Charlie.
Waiting for that. But one of her friends is, one of her friends, their father is like.
One of her friends is on the Golden Knights, her dad.
Yeah.
Okay?
Like her dad. Yeah. Very, very important member of the Golden Knights. Very instructional member.
Yeah, you don't need to say his position.
I'm not going to say his name or his position
the
of the. Well, yeah. Sorry.
You're getting all nervous just like you were when the conversation came up.
So I take her in. I drop her off. I go back to pick her up, and he answers the door, and I was like, "Oh, hi. How are you doing?" Right? And he's like, "Good, right?" Because he's from Canada.
Good, eh?
Yeah. And I was like, "Oh," I'm like, "How do you like your new house?" I'm like, "It's really nice." I'm like, he's like, "Well, we moved in game 4, so I don't." I go, "Oh, that's a great move for you guys. You didn't even have to be here. What were you doing?"
No, like, hey, congrats, or like you live under a rock and are pretending, like actively
Well, I just
pretending
didn't
like you
want-
don't know what he's been going through.
I just
Literally, one of probably what he would say is one of the biggest moments of his life, and you just completely disregarded it.
not on purpose though. My intention wasn't to. I just didn't want to be like everybody else. Like, hey, congratulations.
I get
Blah, blah, blah.
it. Can I
Like,
have an autograph?
yeah, like in his. I just wanted him to be like,
Yeah, but
hey,
you
how's
wouldn't
the
do that.
move
You could
going?
say, congratulations, it's been so amazing. I'm so happy for you guys.
I know, and I pedaled backwards and I texted his wife and I was like, listen, my husband's so angry at me that I didn't even like congratulate your husband. I'm like, I'm sorry. I got scared. I got nervous. I didn't know what to say. I just didn't want to bombard him with stupid questions and shit he hears all the time. And she's like, it's totally fine. Don't even worry. And I was like, now I keep thinking about it as I'm getting ready. I'm like, I should have just said congratulations. He's probably like, what a bitch.
Yeah, you made not even bitchy. He's like she made a very conscious decision not to bring it up.
I just didn't want him to
Like,
be
oh, you're in
uncomfortable.
Florida? What are you doing down there?
Yeah, he's
How's
like,
the beach? Did you do any surfing? You check out Prime 112?
my favorite restaurant. Well, Uncle
Is it
Maury.
Prime 112?
Prime 112 in Miami. But they weren't in Miami, were they?
Fort Lauderdale.
Yeah, it's so close. But yeah, I made an embarrassing moment of myself. It was embarrassing, and I was embarrassed when I saw him. I was like, oh, I wasn't expecting you to answer the door. What am I supposed to say to you?
What do I
Where's
do with
the
my
cup?
hands?
Can I kiss it? Can
That's
I have
what
a
the goalie
drink?
Aiden Hell did. He's like, I don't. Somebody asked, he's like, how do you feel after winning the Cubs? Like, I don't know what to do with my hands.
I know. It's so funny.
Oh, it's so good. Everything about the parade
Yeah.
and all of the shenanigans. It's just been so fun.
It was really cool for our city. I see that. I do, and I appreciate it, and it's so cool. And I mean, I just think about all the other people that are watching our city doing it, and like they're like probably so annoyed with us.
Yeah, there's a part of that. Yeah.
But I don't know anything about sports, so I
Go
know
sports.
enough. I know who William Carlson is,
Yeah.
and it wasn't him who answered the door, because if he answered the door, I don't know what I would do.
I don't care what they say. That lady who took the microphone away from you.
She should have fuck that lady. No, I shouldn't say that.
No, you should not say that because she was doing her job.
I'm saying I would like you were doing a great job. She shouldn't have taken the mic from you.
You come
Now
over
give
here.
me a
I'll
hug.
give you the mic whenever you want.
give me a hug.
Like his old aunt kisses him on the cheek.
Yeah. Sorry, I am so tired today.
He'll be all right.
We've been going. Like he said, we dropped Viv off at a play date and then we went to the movies.
Well, no, before that, which is also why you're tired. You went to therapy by yourself and
did.
processed a bunch of shit.
I did. Well, I talked to my mom just before I got there, and she's in Buffalo with my grandma right now, and it's really hard on me because I'm not there and I can't help. And my grandma's having issues with her heart. Like she has an AFib. I think that's what it's called, where it's just beating super fast and she's constantly exhausted. And she's also having issues with her memory, and it's like so sad. And I, like 10 minutes before I walked into therapy, my mom was telling me what was going on there, and I just like sat in the chair and I just started sobbing because I'm like, I just feel so helpless, and I love her so much. And it's like she has worked her entire life to give to her whole family, and like I just feel sorry for her because she doesn't deserve, like, not that she even knows that she's forgetting, so I guess that's an okay thing, but you know, she's just such a beautiful woman and doesn't deserve that. And when I talk about it, my head even spins. It's like crazy.
Yeah.
Because my heart is breaking, but like all these thoughts rush to my head when I think of her because she was my safe place. She's
Grandma D.
Yeah. And literally, like, we'd be out somewhere and I'd be freezing. My mom would be like, well, you should have brought your coat. And Grandma D would be like, here, she'll wear a tank top so I can wear her sweater.
In Buffalo in the winter.
Yeah. She's just such a giving, wonderful person. And I've been praying over her and asking for prayers for her because, you know, maybe it's lack of oxygen to her brain because of her heart. I don't know. But it's been really hard and it's heavy. And I'm so tired from crying. But
I know.
that wasn't a fart. That was the stool. Because my feet fall asleep.
Because you got your little dangle stool here.
Yeah, I do.
It's okay.
But went to therapy. I mean, not everybody wants to know a play-by-play of our fucking day.
No. But today, a lot of shit happened. I would argue that more things happened in our day today than happened in a lot of people's lives in a week. Not even just the things that we did, but just like the life and the emotions and the tasks that were completed.
That's the problem with us, though. Like, we've been fighting so much lately. And it's like little fights that are big deals because we've been like really trying to be like trying to try, right? Be better. Be more aware of what's going on and what day it is and what week and whatever.
It's really hard to remember what day it is.
It is. I literally woke up with him after we talked about this, and I woke up Monday and I'm like, buddy, I rolled over and I was like, I don't know what day it is and I don't know what we're doing today, and I'm really sorry. I don't know why. Maybe I just get so lost in my sleep.
That could be it. You're a little sleep drunk.
Maybe. But we've just been, what was I saying? I don't even remember.
Just been
but we've been fighting a lot.
Fighting because we're trying, and when you're trying to do all these things, when you mess up, or if there's if you take 2 steps back, it weighs on you harder when you're actively trying to be better in certain areas of your life, or if like I know that you're trying to do something and I say something that isn't very nice or conducive, that I am aware that you're doing that.
Yeah.
It's like that was one of the fights. I'm like, you're not progressing in this particular area. We keep having the same fight over and over again. Like, something's missing here. Like, fucking help me out. Yeah. And little did I know that you were doing a lot of internal processing and work and writing shit down in your notes.
The shit that you do is very like, out loud words.
Together,
for me, it's like I have to like check myself. Like, why are you doing this? Why are you feeling this way? Stop acting that way. Or like, make sure you check your calendar to know what's going on today so that he doesn't get annoyed with you. Like, but it's, it's just been exhausting, and we've been fighting so much about little things, and because we're just exhausting everything. And then there's like 4 other people here that have all these needs, and we just went through this whole big spiel with Dom where we're just like took everything away from him.
Yeah, that was a big thing that's been weighing on everybody too.
We talked about it on our Relate Relatable, so if you want to hear more about that. We're not going to be downers on here, though.
Yeah, the last Relate Relatable, which we got a handful of more subscribers from, so apparently people like the depressing stuff.
That's good.
Yeah.
The depressing stuff, well, probably the more real somber. I used that word yesterday, too.
Yeah. It's all melancholy and blowjobs.
I mean, we're being frank.
Yep.
It really is.
It's what it is.
That was the other thing. So when
save it for the X-rated.
Why?
No, I don't like talking about.
No, I'm talking about what she told me today.
Oh, okay, go ahead. No.
No?
Well, I guess we're talking about it.
No, I won't talk about it. We'll save it for Relate and Relatable. But we're gonna start having guests in our Relate and Relatable.
I just don't always know sometimes like what you're gonna say. Actually, a lot of times
you can't read my mind.
Gonna say no. I try to, and I do a pretty good job of it considering. But sometimes it goes a little bit harder in the paint than I would expect.
Well, I didn't hear anything you just said.
I knew. I started talking. Oh, okay.
No, I was trying to see what I was trying. I feel like
I'm sorry.
I'm stretching here for stuff to talk about, and we're not being like.
You're fine. Relax.
I know, we're fine.
Take a chug, and we'll be good.
No. Is there anything you wanna?
Oh, I have lots to talk about in the rankings. So that's also kind of why like your little list over here is throwing you off, is because so much is in the rankings.
I thought somebody woke up. There is a lot. I know my list is so low. I have so much to say about our daughter and like Dom and Dan and Leo.
Had very high highs and low lows lately, but
what I wanted to say is when I went today. No, you know what? I'll save it. You're right. I should save it. We'll save it.
Cool.
Yeah. Cheers.
Tink.
What else, buddy? I don't even know. We're so boring. Look at us.
You're fine. So the other day,
we're fine.
we were dropping the boys off at school, and there was this like young, cute mom. What? Can you stop with my fucking lip?
I got it. Here.
Am I better now? Now is it going to bleed?
No, it's just... you want some chapstick?
I probably need some.
Okay, I was just trying to help you because I don't know what this new light and camera can see.
Whatever, we'll figure it out.
Okay, so we were dropping the boys off at school.
And there was this like young, cute mom.
Always.
Like straight out of yoga or on her way to yoga.
They're all so cute. I'm like, how? Why? I love you. I wish I could be like you. Like, I wish I could do that.
Yeah.
Get up and be cute. Like, I'm like literally looking like I rolled out of bed when I dropped the kids off at school.
Yeah, but so do I.
And I'm like, hi.
But
no, I'm not hungover. I just look like this.
But you looked at her and you go like, oh, people look at her and she looks like she works out.
But yeah, people, when you see this girl, you're like, gosh, she She goes to the
She's
gym.
not just like naturally in a good shape. Like
Yeah.
you can tell she works on it.
She's like toned. I'm like nobody says that about me.
And I go, well, and I don't want
No,
this to
don't
be taken.
just-
No, hold on. I don't want people to take this the wrong way. I was
It's
like,
okay.
people look like, oh yeah, she's cute, but she likes to nap a lot.
Oh yeah, she's cute.
She's cute. She has a nice body, but she likes to nap.
She looks like she likes to take quiet time to a whole other level.
She looks like she likes watching Netflix in the afternoon.
She's a sleeper. She likes to snuggle.
When she wakes up, she doesn't know what day it is.
She's cozy. Yeah.
You are cozy, and I would never take that cozy away. You were cozy last night.
I did a good job last night. You know what? I do want to talk about this though. I have to say, sometimes we talked about this last time, that when you guys are when people are at each other's throats, like they tend to turn away from each other. But leaning in, I have to say, last night we connected. When I say connect, I mean
physically and metaphorically.
Okay, we connected, and it was like healing internally. Like to the point when we were, to the point when everything was said and done, we hugged, and like the first words out of Mackin's mouth were, "I'm so sorry," and I'm like, "I'm so sorry too." Like, it's just been like,
yeah,
it's been rough.
Because it's hard when you're feeling like so beaten down by life or certain scenarios or kids or circumstances. You don't really have a lot of other options on who you're going to take it out on.
Yeah.
And because we're both in the thick of it, so we end up taking it out on each other.
Yeah, because like, who's going to be responsible for all of this chaos besides me? Like, I need to blame it on you, right? I mean, after years of being together and having kids together, we've learned that it's not them, it's us. It's like, it's not you. It's, it's not tit for tat kind of thing.
Yeah, but that's often how it comes up. Like, I'll slip up or I'll do something that pisses you off, and that completely activates everything that you've been upset or annoyed or frustrated with for 3 days. And you take it out on one thing with me because I text a guy before you. Yeah.
Well, and I also said, like, am I just really spoiled that I have a husband who, like, loves and, it's hard because we've come so far just doing what we do naturally. Like, you're very much like, you take control. You're very, have a schedule. I'm very in the moment, very, I kind of look to you for decisions. I don't always make them. And then when I do make them, I question everything. So in this process of me like acknowledging things that I need and like making actual decisions on my own, there's going to be a lot of fighting because, it's.
Yeah. And one of the things that I brought up, and it was actually surprisingly confirmed by Jackie, I'm like, sometimes we just got to fucking stop trying with all this shit so often.
Yeah.
And just be.
And just have grace on each other.
Just chill.
Yeah.
Like, stop trying so hard on everything. Just live your life.
Let
me call you out on forgetting shit.
Yeah.
Call me out on being overly planning and structured. And
when
I have to pick everything up before I go to bed. Like,
just don't call me late for dinner.
Yeah. Like, no, but true. Like,
no, yeah.
I might take you being a bitch to me over something small like that versus when I'm trying and trying and trying, and then you being a bitch about that particular thing.
Yeah. No, I mean, you're right.
I think there's something to be said about that, but
yeah, and I was trying to think like, where did we go that we got to this point where we're like in the service industry for each other? Like, like, did I check in with him? Did I make sure that we did her? You know what? It's something that's really important, and this is fucking marriage advice. I don't care if you're dating someone, if you're dating this person to marry them, like. These are things, or even just dating or friendships, even like check-ins. I used to think check-ins were like, hey, what's our budget this week? What are we, what do we have going on this week? Like, I thought check-ins were like to check in and check off the boxes, right? But I just learned, which you guys are probably going to like laugh, but checking in is like saying, hey, what's going on? Like, how are you feeling? What do you need this week? How can I make you feel more loved this week? You obviously have to be in the right mindset and have this conversation, but it's so important because I finally looked at Mac and I go, buddy, in the next 2 weeks, and I don't think I've ever really done this. I just blatantly said, buddy, I need to sleep in one day and I need you to pick up the kids and take them and leave the house because I don't want to leave. I don't want to go anywhere. I want to stay home and I want to do whatever the fuck I want to do. I want to sit on the couch, watch a show. I want, not because I'm sick, but because
if I decide to fold laundry, great. Or if I decide to just do nothing,
yes,
that's what I'm choosing to do.
I just said, just one day a month. Like, if you could just take the kids and go and like leave for just a couple hours.
One day a month or just once in general? Because I only got once in general.
I know. When I talk to you, it's really hard because you take everything very literal.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And I'm just being very like, I just need a break.
Well, to be fair here, you did give very literal direction. You said one day in the next 2 weeks I want to sleep in. And then there's a second thing, but I don't want to ask you to do it. I'm like, well, fucking just tell me.
Yeah,
like, no, it's too much. Because that was a day, it was on Father's Day. You go.
Did I say it at Father's Day?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, that's so mean.
Way to know your audience, but...
it was like midnight, though, so it didn't really count. It was like 12:01.
There's no way we made it to
It was
midnight.
a Monday.
There's no way we made it to midnight.
Yes, it was.
There's no way.
It's like 11:55.
But my point is that you coming forth and saying, I need that, I didn't even hesitate. Like, yes, absolutely. Scheduled them both in. Like, I'll work out late that day or whatever the scenario is. Like, boom, you got it. I can take them this afternoon.
And he scheduled both this week. And I'm like, buddy, no, I don't want that. Stop doing that. Like, no. Like,
see what I'm dealing
I said
with?
in the next 2 weeks. Because then I feel guilty that I'm taking all this time for myself. And
what if I would have scheduled them both for 12 and 14 days from now?
Well, I would have done like, like one day this week and then one day next week.
You said you needed it, so I felt like, hey, if I can carve out the time, go off, queen.
See, communication. This is what I need. Like, what is let's do this. What is something you need? What are you needing?
I need some direct communication. Knowing what you mean and meaning what you say.
I have a very.
You want to cheers me correct this time?
Yes. I have a very. No, I couldn't. I can't. It's relatable.
Yeah. But the point being is like those check-ins are good because it gets you on the same page. Which
yes.
I fucking love because that's my biggest issue with you or with us is when we're fighting, I feel like you're speaking one language and I'm speaking another and we're not on the same page at all. And that's when we're leveling up each other's meanness and just fighting about, miscellaneous things because we're not understanding each other.
Yeah. No, yeah, you're right, buddy. 100%. What did he just say?
I missed that one.
What did he just say?
Oh,
I know what you said. So you want to get into the rankings?
No, I don't.
You don't?
This is episode 98 that we've ever done.
Ooh.
98. We're going to do a Relate Relatable next week. And then our next video episode in 2 weeks, God willing, no one's sick and all this other shit.
That's the other thing. Everyone's been fucking sick.
Yeah, we're done.
They've caught everything.
I'm not talking about that anymore.
Okay.
Our next video episode will be our 100th episode.
Wait, are you including the Relate Relatable in the 90 in the 100?
If you were listening, I said, this is episode 98. Our next episode, a Relate Relatable episode will be 99. And then our next video episode will be 100.
Oh, see, that's not fair, though. I feel like only these ones should be counted.
No, they're
okay,
episodes.
So 100 episodes.
Yeah, we've done 100 episodes.
We'll be at 100 episodes.
So
maybe we can get 100 followers.
My original plan, which you nixed, is I wanted to throw like a live podcast event party thing.
Yeah.
And you're like, no, I'm not. I don't want to do that.
No, buddy, don't do that. Do not throw me under the bus like that. I said yes.
I want to do it. You don't want to do it. And we're not doing it.
You're speaking for me. I wanted to do it. I just said we needed to find like a place to do it that is like, who's going to come, first of all? Like
all 7 of us.
Yeah, like that would be fun.
No.
But are we going to be paying like a shit ton of money to rent a place and then like 5 people come to watch us do our podcast?
I had 3 different business models ready to go, and you didn't like any of them. But my point is we're still going to do something really cool for the next episode. Some surprises, some announcements, all of which you have no idea about.
Yeah, I'm like wondering what the fuck you're talking about.
We literally have had 0 time to even talk about this because you told me last night, and I was like, shit, well, this is what I wanted to do. I got to come up with new ideas to make this fun now. So
I mean, I think in our future we should do a live event. I think that'd be so fun for us.
Absolutely.
I think, and I honestly, a lot of our listeners are family and close friends, and I think it would be just fun to like have a live audience and interact with somebody.
Trust me, and maybe I don't want to get this misconstrued either by you or anybody, but like this is not an ego play. This is us like. not trying to
interacting.
monetize or doing. This is just like we did 100 episodes, and I think that's something to sort of be
To
proud
celebrate.
of and celebrate. So
Yeah.
let's have a party or
Will my mom be back in town?
She would have been on the date, yeah.
On the
But
100th? Oh,
it's
look
too
at
late.
that pimple
It's too
right
late
there.
now.
It's going to be like that.
Yeah, she'll be back. But
So we'll
do another.
yeah.
The next video one, we'll have some cool things. We have a lot of stuff that I want to, roll out.
Yeah, he'll let me know when we check in with each other this week.
Yeah, once we have time. I'll let you sleep in tomorrow. Then I have to take the kids and go.
I'm not
so we'll talk about it next
I'm
week.
not sleeping in tomorrow. You are so annoying. Don't do that. See, this is what happens when I say what I need.
Well, even I go like so.
I'm like, what do you need? He's like, I need my dick sucked. I'm like, no, not.
Even our pastor said that in this week's sermon. He's like,
What?
It's not that. He didn't say that
I'm thinking,
specifically,
what
but
did
in the most Christian of ways, he goes, it's Father's Day. Men, they need sex more so than women need sex. And he goes, I don't want to misquote him, but he kind of like looked around. He's like, they need this, they need something, and it's free.
I'm telling you, like, our pastor knows what's up.
So,
I mean, he spoke directly to Makin in that sermon.
Mm-hmm. Hit me right in the heart.
And then he just looked at me and gave me one of these, like,
Mm-hmm.
see? See?
Mm-hmm.
Thou shall not want on Father's Day. Oh, but your Father's Day sucked. So, I'm
It
like,
happens.
what? How many Father's Days I fucked up? Like 3?
I stopped counting, to be honest.
You're just hard to please. I've determined that. You're hard to please.
I can be with gifts, but
Buddy,
gifts went out the window with this one.
You are hard to please.
In general or specifically for
I
Father's
bought
Day?
you a
Tell the people what
memory
you bought me.
foam. I bought you a memory
I
foam
got you a pillow.
Because your pillow is garbage.
I like my pillow.
Again, something that you are probably trying to be very nice, like the oven mitts.
We noticing a trend here. You got me oven
Because
mitts
I'm so nervous to buy you anything.
got me a pillow.
It's like D with
for our
his hat.
anniversary 5 years ago. You got me a trash can.
It was metal. The theme was
The
metal.
year was metal. It was year 6.
You hated our trash can, and I loved our trash can. Our trash can that we had
It was so like
our trash can.
non-functional.
Our trash can in our old house looked like the Statue of Liberty, like the same color. It was like green, and it was so like and you
was
took
adorable.
the top off like Oscar the Grouch, and you put stuff in it, and you put the top back on. And Mackin hated it. So for our anniversary, I bought him a new trash can. I thought that was really nice. It was a sacrifice on my end, and he
That's
threw
something you
the
buy
other
just
trash.
because we need it, not as a gift. Like, look, I even put a bow on it.
So, like, what would you? So, and then, as you all know, we've been talking about this. Like, what do you want for Father's Day? Let's be very specific. And he wanted to go to do these 2 things, which, of course, my emotions and my anxiety and my trauma bubbled over and ruined only like maybe 2 hours of the entire experience.
Yeah.
And then I shaped up and realized, hey, put your big girl pants on, bitch. Get a snack and tell him how wonderful he is, and that he's right sometimes, most of the time.
I don't remember that, but I remember hearing it now.
When I said to you, like,
I don't ever remember hearing
you
the
need
statement,
to stay, don't leave. I know you're hot. I
You
know
didn't just say that. You said you're right most of the time.
Well, that's what I meant through the words I was saying.
Do you understand the words that are coming
come
out
out
of my mouth?
Great movie.
You love Chris
Another
Tucker.
great movie.
You love Chris Tucker.
Man, this cig of weed.
Mm-hmm.
Man, what is that? This is my cigarette.
You know, it would have
No,
been a
it's
good
not,
gift.
man.
You know
This
what?
cig of weed.
This shows me how I am with gifts. He's performing at Wynn. I want to say like in 2 weeks or 3 weeks. I was going to get tickets for you and I to go see Chris Tucker. How good of that would have been.
Great idea.
Great fucking gift.
It's like a movie.
Yeah, not a trash can.
Why didn't you tell me that would have been a great Father's Day gift?
We have something else to do. We can't go anymore. But it's on the calendar right now. Want me to prove it?
No, it's okay. I believe you. When we were dating, I should have known this was a fucking problem because when we were dating, he used to plan his outfits in his calendar.
That's where it started.
Outfits. Hats.
It was very
shoes.
yeah.
I feel like I have a list when I
There
say
was
that.
a reason for it, but yeah.
Okay, buddy. Rankings. Let's
sorry.
go to it because there's
Good.
so much to say about our children.
Lots to rank, lots of children. Number 4 this week is by far and away Dom. Hate to say it, but we hit not rock bottom because that sounds so dramatic.
No.
But like we hit a breaking point with Dom this week, and we were just tired of his bullshit, for lack of a better term. Like the whining, the complaining, not talking back like the way that we would talk back to our parents and like get in big trouble, but like the complaining, the arguing,
Sarcasm.
the entitlement to sarcasm too.
Sarcasm.
But that's more like a once or twice
Yeah.
thing where it's like you don't know that that's not funny. Don't do that again.
Yeah.
But it's more so like the entitlement that they feel like they're owed certain things. And we just said, fuck it. Like, we took everything away. You're not having any fun for the next month.
Yeah. We just kept like blatantly asking him not to do things. And he would look at us. And as soon as we turn around, he would do it. And I'm like, sorry. So we took, and I don't really believe in taking everything away. I don't. But like, we have exhausted every option. We've talked to our therapist. We've talked to my parents. We've talked to his teachers. We've talked to each other endlessly about it. And I've never raised a 10-year-old before. So poor baby is kind of like our, project.
Yeah.
Like we're learning and he's learning with us, you know, and we're very open and honest. Like, we love you. When we took everything away from him, I started crying because I felt so bad. He started crying and it was
he handled that portion very well. And that's one of the good sides. But like,
if you want to hear
more,
more,
super in depth, on the relatable one. But like other things that he's done, like he had a football camp this week. We bought him football cleats. He said the football cleats hurt his feet, which understandably so. They hurt his feet
because we bought them in February.
But they didn't go out too long. He hasn't worn them. They're not broken in. They hurt his feet the first day. Wanted new cleats for the second day. I can't get you cleats by tomorrow in your size. So we found a pair, same size, that just happened to fit a little bit better from a hand-me-down.
Well, hand-me-down. Good friend.
Yep. So that was fine. But now it's like, a week later, he's like, oh, my feet hurt. I'm like, well, maybe it's because he's had so many issues just with his footwear.
I know, but buddy, he likes to have nice shoes. And
I get it.
And his really nice Nikes, the rubber started peeling back. And I'm like, we just bought these. Like, we're going to fucking contact Nike and tell them, like, hey, these are defective. We just bought them for him like 2 months ago. They shouldn't be peeling. Yeah, not even really. Yeah. And they're like, okay, send him back. They're sending him new ones, but he's in between shoes. He's in pain. I get it though, and I feel bad. I do feel bad for him, but
I don't.
If you guys really should listen to our Relatable because we really go into depth about how we handled this situation with him and his response. But he's I don't like saying good boy, but he's got a heart.
He has it in there, yeah, and it just hasn't been showing enough lately.
Yeah.
He hasn't had that like care first mentality. It's been a very me first.
Yep.
Like, I'm going to get my cleats. I want the new hockey shoulder pads.
I know better than you.
I also want those new sneakers. Did you return them yet? Did they say when the new one were coming?
Yeah.
I don't like these cleats. Can you go get Leon's cleats for me? Like, what the fuck, Dom?
Yeah, it was just a lot. But so far, we're like, he's 2 days sober. No
2 days sober with no technology.
No nothing. And he's like so grateful we took him to the movies, right? And he was like, Mommy, thank you. Thank you so much for bringing me here. Hugs
we put him in front of a giant screen for 3 hours.
Mommy, you look like you need a hug. Yeah. You want a hug?
Yeah, which there's obviously like Buddy, adult. Hold on.
A giant screen.
Yeah, a movie.
Yeah, but buddy.
I'm joking. I'm not saying it's the same as being on a phone. Should have lost my train of thought.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Doesn't
matter.
Okay. I said he was being nice, saying like, thank you so much, Mommy. Do you need a hug? Is that reminding you of anything?
Nope.
No.
That's all right.
Okay, so he's number 4, which is really sad because he's never usually number 4.
Yeah, no, he has had some bad stretches, and he's in one right now, and hopefully it makes a turn for the better.
It will.
Number 3, surprisingly, I think for the people, is Viv. Some of this is carryover from the previous week that I was too embarrassed to bring up because she had just killed her dance recital, and I didn't want to bring it up. So I'm going to bring it up now. Lately, she was just finishing up summer school, and she was having, like, similar to Dom, this entitlement that she wanted us to bring her takeout lunch every day to school.
She's like, well, Crystal gets takeout. Her mom brings her sushi and like Chick-fil-A and
I'm like, it was Crystal's birthday. And then I'm like, oh, it was Stephanie.
No.
Stephanie's mom forgot her lunch and just happened to bring her in and out one day. So
No.
Yes. Don't correct
One of the girls gets lunch. One of the kids there gets lunch every day. Even the office girls told me.
Nah, I don't know about that because I specifically asked her.
Do you see this?
Well, because my argument is that I specifically asked her, I'm like, do they do that every day? And her answer was no.
Well, okay, maybe not in her class, but there is a couple students there, their parents bring them food every single day.
I don't know.
Takeout every single day for lunch.
That's news to me, but I'm not saying it doesn't happen.
Anyways, she was mortified that I would not do that for her.
Yeah. like so upset. I'm like, Viv, I don't know what world you live in that you think mommy has to stop what she's doing in the middle of her morning after she has to pick up the boys and then go get you hot food, time it correctly to make sure that it's timed with your lunch,
Yeah.
come back and like go to the same school 6 times in
And
one
she's
day.
like, and she literally in her head, it's so simple, kind of like me. Like, I don't want to see the problem. Like, just go pick it up and drop it off when you get the boys. But it was like I had robbed her of a meal when I told her no. And she's like, I don't get it. Like, mommy, I don't understand. Like,
yeah.
It's not that far out of the way to get In-N-Out Burger.
It's completely unrealistic, and for her even to have like the balls to think that that's like acceptable is crazy. But whatever. Just like she no longer she refuses to drink our like house filtered water. Like
Brita.
we put our water through a Brita. It's probably not good enough. Whatever. Yep. But she brings water back from God's house because she likes that guy.
My mom has reverse osmosis, and tonight she wanted to take a glass bottle of my mom's water home, and I was like, baby, why? She's like, Mom, God's water tastes so much better than ours. And I was like, only my daughter would know the difference in water and alkaline, and like only Vivian.
Nope. Unbelievable.
What else did she do?
She leaves her fruit out everywhere.
Everywhere. Mangoes upstairs in the loft.
Peppers wrapped in a paper towel.
Blueberries resting on the coffee table.
Strawberries in the backyard.
Everywhere.
This bitch has a garden in every room in this house.
A charcuterie board.
What's that called? When shit. I don't know anything about gardening.
Fruit basket?
No. Compost. She's composting everywhere throughout the house with all her like unused like fruit rinds. Oh,
but when you tell her to pick it up, and I'm very proud of you today, she took it upon herself to put the blueberries back in the fridge.
And I praised her for it.
Instead of focusing on the negative.
Yeah.
But also just before the blueberries, she's sitting on the couch with a plastic thing of mangoes from Trader Joe's. And she's like, right? Nibbling the edges. She's like, Mommy, I just don't like the hard pieces. And so she takes it and she looks around. And I'm like,
yeah, what are you going to do with that?
What the fuck are you going to do with that? Because you're not going to put it back in the plastic thing, right? I didn't say that, but I'm just watching. And she's still like nibbling till she gets very down to the seed, the seed. And then she sees the tissues on table. She grabs a few tissues. She goes, I just don't like the hard parts, and rolls it up and sets it on the table. I was like, okay, Viv, that's fine. I don't like those either. Thank you for putting in a napkin. She goes and grabs another. She goes, I'm done. I'm like, okay. And she just sets everything on the table and looks at me like, go ahead and put. I'm like, I am not putting your shit away for you. Like, get up.
And then she tries to do it politely, like,
yeah.
Mommy, now that you're up,
Mommy, when you're
on
done,
your way back,
when you're done making all of everybody's meals, can you make me some sushi?
I'll be in the kitchen in the morning making lunches, breakfast, water bottles, medicine, backpacks. And she's just sitting here with her phone up. Daddy, can you bring me my fork?
Yeah, can you give me a fork?
Just because I'm standing for 17 different reasons doesn't mean that you can't get off your ass and go get a fork.
I'm not going to say this, but I'm going to say it. It's one of us in this family spoon-fed Vivian cereal and breakfast until she was probably 5 years old.
I'm fucking glad I did that.
So that
was what my favorite memories of it, sitting next to her with her and feeding her cereal.
Like one for me, one for you, right? So are you going to bring up what she said about
go ahead.
When I went to Starbucks?
Yeah, go ahead.
Take her to Starbucks, and I was like, Mommy is getting a drink. It's too expensive to buy you a drink every time we go to Starbucks, Viv, but I'm not getting you a drink, right? So we go through the drive-thru. I order my drink, and she's like reluctantly like sitting there looking at me. Like the barista opens the door, and she's sitting there like, and I'm like, she's like, oh, here's your drink. And she's like, oh, does she want anything? I go, well, we're not buying her drink today. Well, can I get her anything, like a water? I'm like, Viv, would you like water? She goes, yeah, I'll take a water. Right? She doesn't like the way their water tastes either, by the way.
Facts. She leaves that shit just laying around.
She just wanted the...
Gets that shit from Maria.
She did not like the water at Starbucks either, but she's like, yeah. So as we're pulling out of the drive-thru, I see a friend of ours, and we're like passing each other. We roll down the window, and she's like, a friend of ours, Ayala, who caters to Queen V, just like my mother does. She goes, what do you guys want from Starbucks? I'm like, oh, we just left. I'm like, I got my drink. She goes, well, what did Viv get? I go, Viv's not getting anything today. She goes, what do you want, Vivian? What do you want? What do you want? I will get whatever you want. What does Makin want? What does Dean want? Blah, blah,
double
right?
smoked bacon.
Yeah, she's like, I want a tall iced soy chai. And I was like,
are kids allowed to even drink that?
I don't know. I let her taste mine. It tasted like Christmas, and she loved it.
Allowed to do that.
So Ayelette's like, I'm getting it for you. Just wait. So Ayelette pulls away. Vivian rolls up the window, and as this bitch is rolling up the window, like she goes, I somehow managed to get what I want. I could not believe she said that.
Viv. I would not have been happy with her.
Wait,
Did you say anything?
I sometimes... No, I laughed. I'm like, you do, though. It's true. Like, she fucking always gets... I always manage to get what I want.
Yeah, that's how I wrote it down.
What did I say? Sometimes?
I always manage to get
I always manage. I always manage to get what I want.
Let me double check. Because I have to squint to read this.
But the fact that she's conscious of it is...
I have to squint to read it because I have one of your contacts in and one of mine because my Hubble order hasn't come in lately.
Yeah. No shout outs to Hubble.
Well, I finally got what I was coming with Hubble. I was taking advantage of them.
If my cousin Lisa watched our podcast, she'd be dying laughing at you.
At Hubble?
At your fingers holding your glass.
I want to tell my Hubble story. I used to I have 100 different emails. I would use a different email each time and do a free trial or $1 trial. So I get 30 days of contacts for $1. So then I would cancel. So I've been getting,
this is really nice.
Hundreds and hundreds of contacts for years for $1 per. Like I'm a new customer every time.
And they caught on.
Yeah, I think they finally caught on.
Yeah, they're not sending you shit.
Which is why it's been stuck in fucking Indiana for 2 weeks, and I'm like sitting out here cross-eyed.
Because you can only be a con artist for so long before you get caught.
It's not illegal.
Okay, keep going. Well, you just put it on public record now, so maybe we need to edit out.
She uses, when she's using the word specific, she says Pacific. Just thought I'd bring that up. And also, she wanted everyone on who listens to the podcast to know that when we asked her when she was on who her favorite artists were, she said Jason Derulo, Rihanna, and Taylor Swift.
Yep.
That is no longer the case, just to keep everyone updated.
Clarify?
Yep. It's now Justin Bieber, Taylor Swift, and Rihanna in that order.
Okay.
In case anybody was wondering.
I can hang with that.
But the other couple good, cute things is she was really good she had like this cheer camp she went to, and she was really cute with that. Mm-hmm. Similar to like her like dance recital, she was just...
She had fun.
In her element.
And she didn't complain. She went the first day she complained, she's like, literally, it's like, a lot of these girls don't know what they're doing. I'm like, Vivian, it's the first day.
Because you're a professional cheerleader.
She's so annoyed. We're in trouble.
Yeah, we are.
I do, but she has a humbleness to her as well. When, like I said, when Dom was getting in trouble, I think she cried harder than any of us.
Yeah, I didn't write that down, but that's a good point.
And then yesterday, we were in the car, and she was like, Mommy, or was it this morning? I don't even know what day it is. She goes, Mommy, I just want you to know that I gave Dominic my phone because he doesn't have a phone anymore so that he can watch a show because I feel bad.
Because you know that whole thing where we took all of his stuff away? Yeah, remember that? So I let him watch Netflix on mine.
She did. She's like, I just let him. I'm just going to look out the window because I enjoy that. Like literally
we
verbatim.
Have 3 minutes left till we're at our house. But
no, she was being kind.
Whatever.
She's a good girl.
She is. Number
She's
2.
a sweet, loving girl. I hate saying good boy, bad, whatever. Maybe because someone told me that's really bad to say, but
yeah, Shunkus loves when you say, "Oh, I know she can be mean, but she has a good heart." Like, yeah. He's like, "What does good heart mean?"
Good. That's because if Rick Shunkus would unfreeze his tiny little Grinch heart, he would feel the beating and the blood flow to every portion of his body and understand that people have hearts and they use them.
Fair enough.
He just needs a Cindy Lou Who.
Yeah, he does.
He needs to have a child.
No, that'll never happen. Number 2 is Leo. Good things. He's now... you posted a couple of videos of this, but like they walk around the house playing hockey and doing the entrance to the Golden Knights song.
Yeah, like... Ooh.
Like anytime he walks through a door, he's like, Daddy, can you play the Golden Knights song?
I will say that's the one thing he's very consistent on. He likes to be his one player.
Yeah.
Carrier?
Yeah, William Carrier.
Yeah, he likes
Which
to be
is
him.
so fitting for who he is. But
really?
Absolutely.
I know, but I don't.
He's like the 4th line bruiser.
Perfect.
Not very skilled, but like fast, strong hits.
It's not nice to say.
It's his role.
He's obviously
It's
skilled
not-
enough to be in the NHL.
Absolutely. So for
Careful there.
when we're comparing him to the other 15 players on the team, not the best hands, not the most skilled,
Yeah.
but that's his role, and he lives up to it, and he does an amazing job of it.
So,
And yes, he's more skilled than anybody else who's ever played hockey, but comparatively speaking, on his team.
So, yeah, but Leo's always William Carrier, and Dean is always Mark Stone.
Yeah.
And Dominic is always
Aiden Hill.
No.
Because they make him be the goalie.
Eichel.
Or Eichel, I guess, when he's playing. Yeah.
So Dom switches up, depending on his position.
Yes.
But it's cute. And they love it.
It is cute. Unless it's too loud, and then it's annoying.
And how about when they were taping their sticks this week?
Yeah.
They have these little plastic sticks, and Dom was taping his hockey stick, and they all sat at the table outside and taped their sticks with, like, painter's tape. And I'm like, that shit's expensive. Can we please stop?
Yeah.
He's like, oh, I got the clear tape, and it's, like, Scotch tape, and he's, like, stretching it. I'm like, no.
No. We just bought that.
But we let
Mommy
him
has
use
to wrap presents later.
We let him use the not duck. What is it called? Frog tape.
Frog tape.
That's what it's called, the painter's tape. You wouldn't know because you don't paint anything. But go
Never
ahead.
heard that term in my life.
Well, it's about Leo.
He uses the term delete in the scenarios where you and I, as millennials, wouldn't use it. He's like, Daddy, I'm done with this. Can you please delete it?
Yeah.
Like his food or his trash or
Fast
his
it
popsicle
over,
wrapper.
too.
Yeah. Fast
you
it over.
fast it
fast
over?
forward. Like, Daddy, I don't
rewind.
want to go there. Can we please delete that? I'm like, we can't delete going to Chick-fil-A.
I love when he talks. I don't know if anybody knows Leo very well, but that listens. But when he talks,
Nobody
he does,
knows Leo well. We don't.
and he
even
does
know.
his eyebrows when he's telling you things like things.
Finks.
Like this, like every day. I want to start a series on what Leo wakes us up every day saying. This morning it was like, Mommy.
You have to be conscious to be doing that.
I know that's a problem. This morning is like, Mommy, YouTube is showing. He goes, Mommy, YouTube showing me, toy dump trucks, and I want real dump trucks, and it's not listening to me. It doesn't know that I want real dump trucks. It's calling me toy truck, and I don't know what to do. And I'm like, okay, Leo.
Like, Leo, you have a speech impediment.
Yes, that's why.
When you say real, it hears wheel.
Yeah, so they do real dump trucks, not real. Or like, Mommy, can I have a Do Perfect birthday party? And every fucking 9 minutes.
Or how about we're in fucking Spider-Man and everyone's so excited to see Spider-Man? I kid you not. The last preview finishes, the movie starts, we're less than 30 seconds in. He goes, oh, I'm tired. When is this going to be over?
Can I go to sleep?
Like,
Bitch, you never sleep during the day.
so he spent the rest of the time like rotating, doing fucking musical chairs.
Rolling in the chair that we had, the reclining chair, rolling in it.
I had to spend the last 20 minutes of the movie, the most irritable part, sitting on the steps because he wanted to sit on the steps.
Because he wanted to sit in the secret spot.
Oh yeah,
he called it
the secret spot. Cool, Leo.
You're a good dad, though. He's just very demanding, and he complains about everything.
Yeah.
Everything.
But one other funny thing, I took him to Costco this morning, and what's today? Tuesday, so there's no demos. There's only like one or two. And he started throwing, Daddy, where are all the tiny restaurants? I'm like, tiny restaurants, and I'm thinking, what first thing came to mind was like the food court, and then I realized he meant like all the demo ladies.
Do you usually take them to taste the food?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh,
yes.
I never do.
Yeah.
I never do.
Yeah, get our money's worth. Costco's fucking ripping us a new one. We're there twice a week.
I told Makin, I said, we're going to be shopping at Costco for the rest of our lives.
It's okay.
Or Sam's Club.
I was raised at Costco.
Because our children eat us, as Grandma D would say, out of house and home.
Yeah.
I don't even know what that means.
People get it.
You're going to eat me out of house and home. She always used to tell me. Go ahead. What else?
So number one is Dean.
Yeah.
He's not won very often, but
that's amazing.
He was, I think, like a month or two back because he was really like maybe it was when you were out of town and
he sat on your lap.
Yeah, and he was like really cute with me. But before that, it was a really long time.
Mm-hmm.
But he's really leveled up like his love and appreciation and understanding of hockey.
Yes.
Like, he knows like half the team. He knows all their numbers.
Amazing.
He's like, no, that's not Stone. Stone's 61. That guy's 19. I'm like, whoa, really? Holy shit.
I'm
like, you know what 19 and 61 are. Leo doesn't even know what 1 and 6 are.
Yeah, he gets very. Leo was trying to count everybody at dinner to give them napkins, and he goes 1, 2, 3, 9, 10, 11. 11. There's 11. I'm like, let's try that again. And you could just see Dean going.
Wait, so I didn't write this down, but for a knock against Leo. So you know how like on YouTube, sometimes it'll ask like a multiplication question to get into the YouTube kids YouTube
Yeah.
because parents can do multiplication and toddlers can't apparently.
Yeah.
So he's like, Daddy, I don't know how to do these letters. It's a 9, a 3, a 4, and a 2. And then I'm like, okay, give it to me, Leo. Long story short, he got all the numbers wrong, and it wasn't even the YouTube; it was just the time.
Like that popped
Like
up.
it was 11:42 a.m.
Oh.
I'm like, oh God, Leo.
Well, and then Dean, another thing.
He might need like 3 years of.
Dean's
pre-K.
a little bit of a jerk. I love him, but he can be mean. So they were playing Mario Kart, and Dean walks up and goes, "Just so you know, 12 is last place." And he goes, "I'm not 12. I'm 1 and a 2." He goes, "Leo, that's 12."
You dumb idiot.
Right. That's 12. And I go, "Dean, that is not nice to say it. Like he's trying really hard to like win
Have we
the
told
game.
that story before?
He's trying really
Oh,
hard to
God.
win the game. That's not nice." He goes, "I'm just telling him the numbers, Mom."
That one was one where it was really hard to be mad at Dean because it was so fucking funny. Like,
And 12 is last.
oh. Sorry, Leo. Other good things for Dean. He was great during the movie today, even though he watched, kids' YouTube for half the time. He was still quiet and patient and understood.
Yeah.
While everyone was sick, mainly Leo got the worst of it. Viv got the worst of it. Dean also got an ear infection, and you would have never have known. He just went about his day, took his amoxicillin, and had a great week.
Yeah, he never cried about it.
Not
he was
once.
just a good boy.
He would wake up like, Mommy, my ear hurts.
He was just very, I hate saying good boy. He was just very easy to deal with.
Yeah.
Yeah, I understand. And when you're sick, it knocks you.
Yeah, he took one for the team. I don't know if he's doing it intentionally, but I'll take it.
Yeah.
Like, any dub I can get here.
And he cuddled you today on the couch for a few
when?
minutes. Oh, no, that was Leo. Never mind. Wrong.
Yeah, and I wrote 0 bad things down for Dean.
That's great.
He's obviously had tantrums, but who hasn't?
I feel like Dean's going to be one that like just slips under the radar because he's so like...
Oh, yeah.
He's very intelligent.
Oh, yeah. He's definitely... I would... Not to put any of the other kids down, but he's definitely the brightest of all the kids.
Yeah. I mean, he just, like... He catches on. I wouldn't say brightest. He just catches on and like... Is very aware of what's around him. Mom, remember when you said that when it's dark out, we could have our icy pops? I'm like, yeah, you remembered that, didn't you? And Leo's like, he just very remembers.
Yep.
Very type A, probably.
Yeah.
And he's also street smart, which is wild to me.
Yeah, he's like awkwardly handy and mechanical and good with Legos.
I know. I'm very interested to see how Dean turns out.
Yeah, I don't know.
Let's just keep nurturing it and not put him down and just like as long
but
as
he's
he
also
still
like
cuddles
athletic because we tend to like lean towards Leo being athletic because he's big and strong.
But Dean is very coordinated.
He's very he's good with precision things. Like so if we're talking about throwing a baseball, he's fucking firing it with good form.
Yeah.
Leo is going over that fence over there, but it's in the wrong direction.
But in hockey, he's also very good.
That too.
And they're learning to skate very well. Okay, we're done. We're not both. But
We've said way too many nice things.
I'm very
about our
proud
kids.
of you too.
Why?
Because Dean's usually low on the roster. On the roster.
Yeah, that's what we have as a roster.
So I think we've gotten to everything.
We have.
Mostly everything. But hopefully you guys are, still with us after this long.
It wasn't that long.
I mean, it wasn't long, but
started out a little slow. You should have had your shot before the show.
I should have. You weren't joining me, and I didn't want to drink alone.
First of all, let's fight about this because I didn't not join you. You go, well, I guess you're not going to take a shot with me. I go, well, let's take a shot.
Yeah, because I had the glasses out on the counter, and now they're put away.
Oh, I thought they were just out because they needed to be put away because when you put things that need to go over there, you put them on the counter.
I left them out with the shaker in order to have
The shaker also went over there.
Yeah, well, thank you for putting those away.
Okay.
Your OCD is appreciated.
That wasn't OCD. It was just doing what needed to be done.
Your awareness of our lives and the order of our lives.
Make sure everyone gives us a 5-star rating.
Yes, give us a 5-star rating, and we love you. And
thank you for listening. Thank you for listening. Sorry.
I'm not a good listener.
For listening. Yeah, I wasn't thanking you when I should not have been, but thank you for listening. Can I stop saying that now?
Love you.
I love you, dear.